Brothers and sisters, what's going on? We are back. If we are alive and breathing, guess what? We are back to conquer another day, another year, and another decade. Cause we gotta keep doing things to keep our minds elevating, as a lot of us say out here. Excuse me, let me get a little comfortable. And welcome. Excuse my necklaces if they're making noises, but welcome to another edition of EBX Discussion. I really appreciate it, and hope you can hear me real well. And I honor thy ancestors, those who fought hard to get many of us in that great divine space that we are in. And excuse me for the glare on my glasses. And remember, we are leaders and teachers. We are not followers, with a student spirit. We keep that student spirit so we can keep on learning, and as I said on a recent podcast, man, develop and know that gift of seeing over the horizon, mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and soul, see, hear, and feel. And what's one more? The psyche. I call it the seven senses. If we can study those seven areas, man, we can be sharp. And why do we become sharp? So we can sharpen others in our circle, in our own lives, our family lives. And I had to get a little closer to this mic because I want to get into this. And, just, man, do whatever it takes to be the best of ourselves, whatever we got to do, whether it's learning in books or we're seeking knowledge on our own, or we're listening to a great teacher. Remember, the right teacher. We honor thy teacher. We honor thyself. A real like-minded brother or sister, could be young or old, podium or not, whether you got a platform or not. Anyone can have that teaching spirit. If we learn from something that bettered us, we teach that to someone else, and that's teaching. But of course, we have to have some awareness and have some sense, of course. And before I keep going, thrive in excellence. Don't survive, thrive in excellence. That's what we got to do. Keep thriving. Once we get to a certain space in our life, and this brother in our lives, and this is brother, sister, family member, stay with it. Let nothing waver if you have gotten to a stable place in one's mental. Because as I always say, brothers and sisters, the psyche is the battlefield. So we better win there. Because if we don't win in that psyche, which is the center of our whole body, we don't win there, we've already lost. Because we conquer that battle deep within, we can conquer the stuff that's on the outside. Again, like, unless we have some kind of illness or a medical condition, something that we can't control. But whatever it is in our lives, do whatever it can to come up with a solution. Do whatever we can to come up with a solution and keep it moving. That's what we got to do in this life. We got to focus on the things that are important. Don't let dumb, stupid, ignorant things stop us or stagger us, and keep it moving. Because, we got to be ready for that present, because I would not be ready for that future. Excuse me. I mean, we be ready for the present too. And study the art of anticipation. Don't get lost in our emotions. Because as something that, many great philosophers have talked about. Men, you got brothers, sisters, and different cultures. But I'm talking about the real truth sayers, and it's something I draw from Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee said some pretty profound things in his time, as well as Malcolm X and other brothers and sisters. And I'm telling you, not just them, there are many truth sayers that have come before us. And something that stuck with me that Bruce Lee that said that don't get lost in our emotions, we can lose ourselves. And that's true, when we're not aware. But it takes work, it takes studying, because especially when you're used to doing a certain thing a long time, or used to being a certain way, or certain phrases we're used to. And human behavior is a heck of a thing, especially knowing oneself and being able to take righteous constructive criticism, and don't take everything personal. Because if we take everything personal, we won't know if some situations, if we are the problem. Because we got to make sure before we begin to observe another, whether it's a significant other, a friend, a relationship, before we begin to observe another, we got to make sure we right within, and it's easier said than done. Like I said, some of your most powerful reachers and teachers out here, brother or sister, went deep into thyself and dealt with those inner things. So you have to deal with that shit. As I said, as a lot of us say, things will pop out on us if we don't deal with shit within, other than medical conditions and circumstances in life and things we can't control. But I'm talking about the things that we can control: mind, body, and soul. If you get a grasp on life, hold on to it. Don't let nothing take you away from that. And if you are thriving, search for excellence. There's nothing wrong with being excellent, but we're talking about a righteous excellence. And be excellent in whatever that is. It can be music, it can be speaking, it can being able to, solve problems or challenges as we learn, as we get up in levels of self-awareness. Because it was a time I didn't even use that word, real talk. But when you're seeking to learn and you listen to others before us that do have that are wise and have been on this planet for a while and seen a lot, whether they got book knowledge or just life experience knowledge. Because as we all know, as we say about Mother Nature, is the best teacher, as well as life experiences, if we're learning from them. Learning can be a wonderful thing. I like to say from time to time, it doesn't always have to be this deep spiritual thing. Learning can be amazing, especially when you find out good things about ourselves. And it's just wonderful when we get in a space where we can learn and listen and keep that pineal gland open for righteous knowledge to come into us, so we can. It's nice when we finally are out of that woulda, coulda, shoulda syndrome. That's something I like to say. We all have been through the woulda, coulda, shouldas. When we finally get through that and we stop making the same mistakes or keep doing the same thing over and over, as many of us teachers say, salute, and some family members, can't keep repeating the same thing and expect a different result. Now, a lot of us have heard this, but again, it's easier said than done. So I love saying ride along with one another and not follow. We really do need to get rid of that narrative, because we have a lot of, I would say, silent heroes. We got a lot of hidden teachers. You got some we got a lot of intelligent brothers and sisters out there, whether in our family or outside our family, that are very intelligent, very talented. We got some out there that just harboring great gifts, just waiting to show the world. And but there's a time and place for everything. I always like to say we don't push, but we don't give up. So you just have to wait till you feel it in your soul from that great divine, that great creator. When you feel it in your soul, if you got something, if you're harboring a great gift, and whatever that is, like I'm saying, we go above and beyond on this channel, for brother and sister, young and old. Keep our minds above and beyond the so-called matrix and any petty shit. No, stay above. Always have fun. No, I always got to mention that. Don't forget to have fun. Don't let this world make us where we can't even laugh. We gotta we gotta laugh sometimes and loosen up, because those that have been studying and seeking knowledge and teaching and reaching and teaching and stuff like that, a lot of us have been doing it for so long, it's embedded in our soul. Life experiences, when we have that light and we're aware, brother or sister, young or old, family member, if we've been teaching and walking this divine walk for so long, nothing will be able to waver us. It's embedded in us. When we have right in our heart, I would like to bring up, I reiterate, what we harbor in our soul or in our gut soul, what we think about the most, that's what will come up. That's how the universe works. That's how the divine works. That's how Mother Nature works, But it's like, again, there's a time and place for everything. We just let things flow. What, brothers and sisters? Say it with me. Just let it flow naturally, and things will come. And I actually remember hearing that from Bernie Mac, may he rest in peace and in power, as well as others in my families and others in anybody's viewing family. Anybody that we held dear, whether in our families or outside our families, those that meant something to us, may they rest in peace and in power. And that's from my family to your family. I do that from time to time, Never ever forget thy ancestor, far or near. It's just my own thing, my path. Everybody's path is different. But I want to go back to, I was listening to a clip Bernie Mac said probably last night. I was listening to a clip, and he said he does, when he think he wants to be the best, but he meant the best of it within himself. He said he didn't look at nobody else. You don't have to try to reach money and try to get that money and get things. When you try to be the best of oneself, not like trying to be better than nobody else, just be the best within us, within you, you know, things that we want or need will come, and that's the best way to get things. So salute to Bernie Mac. And I heard that last night. And, he was another one last night. He was one of those real ones, and I love listening to, whether it's a family member or a reacher or teacher, or just, that doesn't always have to be a reacher or teacher, just a brother and sister that's dropping a jewel. That's like gold, real talk. So, for those that are thriving, those that want to thrive, we can thrive in excellence, mind, body, and soul, see, hear, and feel in that good old psyche. Remember, I say it again, the devil has no place in our psyche. The devil is full of illusions, a very powerful illusion. The devil has no power, only the power that we give it. Remember that. The devil, if everybody would turn their back on that parasite we call the devil, it will turn in on itself, because that's what a parasite does. If it doesn't have a host, it will feed upon itself. So that's how we have to treat negative thoughts, negative words, negative things, a person, place, or thing, if they appear toxic or they are toxic. So we have to stay away from that's more than just a word, because look up the word toxic. What is toxic? Something garbage, something nasty, something that the world throws away, something that is no good for society. So that's how serious toxicity is. And and it's unfortunate that you might have some out there that might not be aware that they're toxic, and some think toxicity is cool. That's crazy. No. If you know what toxic mean, that's like a waste dump. That's where all the garbage is at. So I don't want to be garbage, and I don't want anyone that I'm in my circle or I love, and anyone I'm teaching, I don't want us to be garbage. I want us to thrive in excellence, and not in life, in the world, whatever we do, wherever area we are in at this moment. Because I like to say that Great Divine has all of us in a certain position for a reason. And the Great Divine voice is always there. It's just that some stop listening to it, because it's always been there, as well as in my life. But it was times I just wasn't listening, But hey, as we all know, that Great Divine has spanked that ass. How many of us have had spiritual spankings? Real talk. The Great Divine don't play. Keep on tantalizing it and poking that bear. Great Divine gonna poke your ass right back, because that's like I would like to reiterate. 3 things I don't play with. Maybe 4, but I don't play with my life, I don't play with others' life, and I don't play with that Great Divine, and I don't play with Mother Nature. So I guess that's 4. It's just those forces I don't mess with. Real talk. I don't mess with karma. I try to produce positive karma. That's why you always hear me say, what we do righteous in the present will forever benefit us in the future. And that's facts. And we don't get stuck in lag and things we made, mistakes we have made, things we have done. It matters what we doing now to be better. We take those, I always like to say, we extract the needed tools of the past, and we make a brighter and sharper future, and then we can teach our youth or those coming behind us, whether they older adults or young adults, teach them what not to do, and we do all these righteous things and reaching and teaching and dropping jewels, whether it's brother or sister or family, general, salute. We do all these things so we can live the best life we can possibly live, and when we pass on or transition or however we say it, so we can do it with a smile on our face, and we can at least say we accomplished most of the righteous things we set out to do, and that's brother, sister, young or old, leader and teacher, general. We can at least, I say, from 1 to 100, when we transition or we get to that point, or no one knows, of course, but I'm just kind of speaking hypothetically. We can hear that Great Divine say, "Great job, my son. Great job, my daughter." You set out to. I'll go back to what I was going to say. You set out to do what that Great Divine set forth for us to do. If that make any sense, it's just wonderful. That's what you call positive thinking, the power of positivity. But not always Not always soft. No, it's not. We're not talking about soft positivity, but you have to be a realist too. But it's wonderful because it's a means to creating a better life, is what I always say. But I would like to say our whole walk, our whole divine walk on this planet, from 1 to 100, and this is just for me. I really can't speak for nobody else, but just kind of speaking hypothetically, from 1 to 100, man, I wanted to at least be able to do, you know, I don't know, 90% of what one set out to do. As far as learning from our mistakes and setting out and doing the right thing and keep forging forward and not getting influenced by the wrong thing and keep making the right choices. Because I think every time we make a right choice, we just added another righteous level to our life. It's like we add life to we add more life to ourselves every time we make a right choice. It's like another level we went up. Every time we make a right choice, that's another level. And that's just my opinion, my theory, especially when you get results from making a right choice. When we have those moments like we always do a little introspection, just a little bit, and we think of those times where you made the right choice and it led us and it propelled us to a position that we're in now. That's wonderful, isn't it? That's amazing. So from this point on, keep on making right choices, even when it's not easy, because positivity and being positive and trying to be the best of oneself and thriving for excellence can be very, very challenging. But when we do it over time and we practice it, we read, we research, we share each other's knowledge, we listen to the righteous brothers and sisters that are really wise to the pit of that soul, whether in the world or online in our families. When we do, be thankful for brothers and sisters that are thriving for excellence and are living in their excellence, because it's wonderful. I love seeing that. It puts us in awe. I be in awe when I feel something or when I hear a teaching from a brother or sister or family. And I love those jewels that send chills through my body. Like, whoa, that was deep. I love that, man. And we need a lot of that, So, and as Malcolm X said, we all know things can happen and what can come when we are truth sayers, but it's just something in us. It's just, I don't know, when we reach a level, especially when we have been through a lot, and that's brother, sister, anybody that's listening, current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view, brother or sister, young or old, or family member, salute. I like to do that because we have many viewers, so I try to hit everybody, but it's just amazing, but it's just something in us, when a lot of us have been through so much. It's just something in our spirit. We have to tell the truth. The best way we can, we have to fight against the toxic things that try to come against this human body. It's just something that a reacher, a teacher, or a brother and sister, or a family member that's on fire, especially when we have been speaking that truth for a long time. It's just something in our spirit that we know what's to come. We know what can happen, but it's just something in us that just can't let us put our guard down. That's keep us fighting. And that's that divine fire that a lot of us have within us. And that's in our family, reachers and teachers, generals, brothers and sisters. It's just, we can't help it, and we want to thrive for excellence and teach it to others. Because again, there's a lot of silent heroes out here. We have a lot of generals that don't know that they're generals. So I'm thankful and I honor thy teacher, whether it's in my family or brother and sister in the world or online. Remember, that could be young or old, or not always on a podium, just in life in general. When we're looking to learn, man, we will thrive for excellence in this life. So salute, and I'll see those on the next one. And thank you for coming in to another edition of EBX Discussion. And keep on thriving. My brothers, my sisters, family, generals in the world or online. Salute.